on behalf of Illuminations. Can you guys hear me? Just a thumbs up or awesome, awesome. So we are live now, and welcome, a huge welcome to all of you who are here with us today. Okay, so what are we doing today? How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well, and I'm so happy to see some of you known faces and some absolutely new people. So thank you so much for joining in, guys. And so those of you who know me, I'm Bharti. Like I mentioned, I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and a holistic wellness facilitator, a corporate trainer. And some of the subjects that I love to talk about are chakras, energy, and I love to talk about hypnotherapy, subconscious mind. And today we're going to be discussing a very, very interesting topic. Yeah. And this topic is basically understanding the importance of energy, the importance of chakras, your auric field, your vibrations, and how all of these very, very interesting concepts relate to your day-to-day life, right? So if you have any questions, please post them. I would love to see them. We are also live on Facebook and Insta. So if you guys have a question on Facebook, please come on Zoom because that's where it's interactive. Otherwise, I would be happy to take your questions after the seminar as well. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you have heard these terms, energy, chakra, aura, and we keep wondering, how do I relate it to my day-to-day life? It's interesting to attend a talk, it's interesting to do a meditation, but how can we take it that one step further? And that's what we're going to do today. I will take you through some very interesting concepts that will help you to be more and more aware of your energy, your emotions, your patterns, your life choices. So let's start with the absolute basic, yeah? So our physical body, let's start with the physical body because that's something we relate to, right? So our physical body is nothing but energy, okay? And those of you who, have met me before and those of you who I've worked with in sessions or through seminars would know I love saying this over and over. So you will hear this at least a few times as we go along the next 1 hour. Our physical body is basically energy, and everything that is around us is also energy. Okay, so whenever we feel an emotion and we are actually doing nothing but interpreting the energy that is active within us. Okay, everything in our life, in our universe, it begins with a thought, and those thoughts create some sort of emotion within us. Okay, our thoughts, our memories, they are constantly creating and playing with this energy field. And every emotion that you feel, whether it's happiness, whether it's anger, whether it's frustration, whether it's grief, absolutely anything, the entire spectrum, the range, it is all a very, very unique frequency. And what happens is that when these emotions are felt very strongly and perhaps very, very consistently over a period of time, they start to influence and start shaping our physical body as well as our physical experiences at any given point of time. Okay, we also know, like research suggests this, that the stress hormone, right, in our body, it can get turned on by thoughts. And so what happens is that if we are constantly worrying, or if we are thinking, or if we are stuck in patterns of thought from the past, or are worried about the future, the stress hormone within our body tends to get activated as if the situation is absolutely real in the now, in the present. And when this happens, we know that there is an effect on the body, there is an effect in our emotions, there is an effect in our responses, absolutely everything. Okay, so let's understand this a little bit better. So just to kind of recap, because we've had some new people join in, we are all energy, absolutely energy. And each one of us, everyone here is vibrating at a very unique frequency. Can I request everyone to put their accounts on Zoom, please, on mute, please, on Zoom, mute, please. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's go to the next part now, that we are all energy. We have a mind, everything is happening with a thought. Now what's happening with this mind? Very often we've heard or we've referred to the mind as the monkey mind, right? What is this monkey mind? Basically, it's constantly ruminating. It's, from one thought to another thought. And when we say we want to get into stillness or we want to get into meditation, what are we doing? We are trying to just kind of zone in our thoughts into a very, very quiet space so that our awareness is perhaps on our breath. Our awareness is perhaps, deeper inside of us rather than moving into various places. Why is this so important where energy is concerned? Because right at the very basic, your energy flows wherever your awareness goes. Okay? Become aware of this because this is super important. Every time your awareness goes to a certain space, your energy will flow there. Once again, I'm getting a lot of noise from somewhere. I'm just going to check if anyone not on mute. Parveen, could I request you on mute if that's everybody, if you could just kind of go on mute, that would be lovely. Okay, super. So coming back, wherever our awareness goes, our energy will flow into that space. Now, if we are aware of this, which is the most important thing, if we are aware of this, we will ensure that our awareness should only go to those spaces which we want in our life. So I want good health. I want good immunity. I want abundance. I want joy. I want happiness. So which means every moment I should be super aware that my awareness should only get engaged in thoughts. And this does not mean that you have to bounce around being positive at all times. That's not possible. We're human and we constantly get bombarded with a whole lot of experiences. We get bombarded with a whole lot of different variations of emotions. Things unfold, sometimes not for the best of us. However, if we are aware that if we do not engage and completely get into this whole space of negativity, or if we engage in a thought only up to a point of awareness and acceptance, but don't get into it and flow at its low frequency, our energy will not move in that direction. So I can be aware of something, I can accept it, I can feel for it, but that does not mean that I need to bring myself down to be part of it. Because when we do that, that is when our energy is getting a signal from our thoughts that it needs to go there and create a reality or a manifestation of my outcomes, my choices based in that direction. So just take a moment and think about that, because that is the key, guys. If you want to manage your energy, your first step is to be completely aware of where your energy is flowing. So what I normally tell a lot of my clients is that when this step needs to be done, you need to first and foremost just have like kind of either a journal or journal would be best, of course. Just make a note how much time in the day you are feeling a certain way and what is the thought that kind of came before you felt that way. And that will really help you, because we can only change something when we know what it is. And when we know what it is, we can make the necessary shifts in the way we feel and think about it. Okay, any questions, please feel free to keep placing them as we now start moving in. So basically what I'm saying is that since our energy flows where our awareness goes, ideally our awareness should only go towards what we really want. So that's step 2. Now that you're aware where your thoughts are going, where your mind is constantly shifting, are you worrying, are you thinking too much, is your mind constantly ruminating? Now you're aware, okay, I do this. But that doesn't mean that we kind of judge ourselves and say, oh my God, why do I do that? I've done so many courses, I've heard so many talks, but I shouldn't be. No, I'm aware this is what's happening to me. But what I need to do is kind of be in a more stable space. So I go ahead and I kind of make that awareness and now start moving with that awareness. Okay. Unconsciously, unknowingly, what ends up happening is that our energy is always moving to a space which is either negative or fearful or something which we are not comfortable with, which we do not want. So make note of that, that you should not be doing that. Okay. How do we change this? Few simple steps I'm going to share with you all today. Okay. So Step one, already mentioned, accept that everything that's happening in your outside world, absolutely everything that's affecting you, that's happening in your outside world, is purely a reflection of your inner self. So now if there is chaos inside, if there is fear inside, if there is trauma inside, if there is grief inside, I will repeatedly keep attracting those kind of experiences in the space. So absolutely accept that the onus lies in you to be able to be completely aware that everything that's happening inside of me is not a blame game with somebody else. It's not my boss who's bad, it's not my partner who's bad, it's not my children who are triggering me, it's me. Within me, I have things which are active, which are unhealed, which are constantly kind of raising me to a space of either defending myself or offending or getting aggressive or being pushed or being triggered, everything. Because if you look at it, things are constantly changing, because energy is not static, it's always flowing. Things are always changing, and as things change, everything around us is kind of getting into our mind is constantly fluctuating, and our emotions are constantly fluctuating. If I take acceptance wholeheartedly that this is happening not because of what's happening outside, but because of me in my space, I will be in control, I will be in complete charge of being able to kind of take care of it. Okay, so that's the first step, that everything, if you want to change outside, you don't go around outside trying to change it. Changing that job will not help you, changing that partner will not help you, changing that house will not help you. You got to change what is inside that is creating that whole space. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing is, again, the whole link to understand how the thought, the emotion, the energy, and the physical body are correlated. Today, we're going to focus more only on the energy, but just for those who are probably joining in first time, your thoughts, emotions, energy, and physical body are the link. That is the link which is constantly causing everything in your space. And if you want to shift things in your life, you need to see at which level of these four components are you holding all that stress, are you holding all the past, the trauma, or whatever it may be. Okay, so let's start with energy, and let's start with the most expanded form that we are aware of and that we need to take care of, which is our aura. Okay, so the aura is an energetic field that surrounds our physical body, right? Your auric field is like a magnetic field of energy, and this field of energy is always interacting, influencing, and getting influenced by the field in the environment. Okay, if your aura is not strong, if it is not vibrating high, it can get very affected and further weakened by negative emotion around you, by fear around you, by disease, by ill health, by everything that's happening in your world space. And this is really important for now, for what's going on in our lives right now. This basically means that if we get triggered by emotions around us, by visuals around us, by behavior of people around us, by judgments, our aura needs to kind of be cleansed. Our aura needs to kind of get stronger, because somewhere it is weak and it has all these negative emotions, vibrations, lower frequencies have somewhere kind of penetrated through, right? And that's the key. We need to constantly cleanse our aura. That's the first step. Now, once we know about this aura, we need to understand the next step, which is our chakra system, right? So we have these 7 major chakras that we have running across the spine, okay? All the way from our tailbone up to our crown, we have these 7 circular vortexes of energy. Now, the aura is like a blanket, it's all around us, but the energy centers are more concentric. They are in through our spine, all the way from the tailbone up to our crown chakra. And every single chakra has a very, very unique role that it plays in your life. Each chakra has its own individuality, it has its own personality, and each of it controls a very specific part of your life. Now, if you are having any issues, any troubles, any experiences which are not what you want in life, there is a very strong possibility that the energy in that particular chakra for you is either blocked or it is kind of not flowing very well the way it should be. And so what can you do about it? We can work with the chakras to kind of help the energy flow in. Okay, sorry, there's something with the AC here which kind of went off. Okay, so coming back to this, we have these 7 chakras. Let's start with a very basic understanding of these chakras. And I'm just going to give you a very basic understanding before we move into actually working with them and cleansing our aura. That's what we're going to do today. But before I start, I just want to kind of let you know that if you are keen to know more about the chakras, today is going to be just a very basic understanding of it. But if you are keen to know more about the chakras, then next week we're going to be having a very interesting training program. And this training program is going to be about the chakras, basic and advanced, where you're going to learn more about your energy. You're going to learn about your how to use a pendulum. So if you would like to join us for that, please do. The details will be shared below as well. Okay, coming to the chakras and coming to our how do we manage our energy? Okay, how do we understand the processes to kind of cleanse our auric field and hold our awareness into each chakra to acknowledge and balance these chakras? Let's start with the root. We always start with the root. Now, the root chakra, guys, is your foundation. In days like today, where everything is so shaky, where everything is moving, we are not too sure. Sometimes we are in fear, sometimes we are positive, then there are some news. Everything is constantly shuttled, right? In these days, strengthening your root chakra, working with it, balancing it is of extreme importance. Okay, so let's take your awareness to your root chakra. Let's do that. You can join me with it. Those of you, if you would like to get on your video, you can. Just get into a very comfortable space and I'll take you through the entire journey now of how we move with the chakras and how we cleanse the aura. Okay, so I'll talk about the chakra as well. So it's not like a pure meditation. We're going to go through an experiential session where you can connect with your own chakras right now. Okay, so get into a really nice, comfortable position. Your spine should be straight. You could be sitting or you could also lie down. So you choose what's better for you. Once you are seated in a comfortable space, I would just like you to close your eyes, take a nice deep breath. And once you've taken a nice deep breath, take your awareness down to the soles of your feet. And just become aware of any sensation, any vibration, absolutely anything that you can feel in the soles of your feet. It could be the texture of the floor or the mat where you are seated. And as you focus on that, you become aware that your awareness is now on the soles of your feet. And now that your awareness is on the soles of your feet, you can allow the energy that is abundantly available to us from Mother Earth to flow through you. So just feel a very, very beautiful cord of energy, vibration. Just feel this very beautiful flow. Some of us can feel the flow. Some of us may have to just kind of focus on the texture or the sensation. But just be aware that as you hold your awareness there, the energy tends to start flowing. So just feel the energy connected to Mother Earth, beginning now to flow through the surface of the floor into your soles. And it just kind of relaxes your soles, moving up your legs. And it rests in your root chakra, which is at the base of your spine. So just slowly move your awareness to the base of your spine and connect with your root chakra. This is a very, very basic grounding security energy for you. It helps us, the energy in the center, in our survival. Helps us to feel safe. It helps us to feel secure. It helps us to know that all is well in our lives, in our body. I would request whoever's account is not on mute to please mute it. Thank you. So just staying with that energy in your root chakra. If you want to make it a little bit more experiential for yourself, take your right hand and you can place it at your root chakra, which is at the base of your spine. Sometimes you will even feel like a pulsing movement there. And if you don't feel it, that's fine as well. Just know that the energy is flowing. Just know, be aware, and welcome the energy. And that's the main thing. Welcome, accept, receive that energy. It is always available to us. And now, as you become aware of this space, if you can in your mind, just envision the color red if you can. Just envision the color red. Enrique, if I could request you to mute, please. And just feel this beautiful red energy opening up as you bring into your mind thoughts and feelings of being safe. Let's start all the way from there. I am safe today. I am secure today. Everything is working out in keeping me grounded. I am healthy. My immunity is supporting me. All is going well in my life. And just feel that energy kind of beginning to flow. Allow yourself to connect with it. Allow yourself to feel that very beautiful, very raw, earthly energy that is always supporting you. Feel that drive to move forward, to feel better, to recharge yourself, to recharge your body, to recharge every cell in your body. Connect with that beautiful army within you, those white blood cells, as you connect with the root chakra. You bring in a beautiful synergy between your physical body and your energetic body that is supporting you. And just feel those white blood cells getting recharged with this root chakra energy, supporting you, making the body so stable, so strong. And this red energy begins to swirl so beautifully. And feel that energy getting even stronger. And the flow of energy keeps going as the stream starts to move upward into your sacral chakra. And this sacral chakra is 3 fingers below the navel. So just take your awareness as the root continues to heal to your sacral chakra, 3 fingers below the navel. And begin to feel the sensations, begin to feel the vibrations. And now let's take it a little bit forward. Let's begin to think of what kind of emotions start to surface as you take your awareness to the sacral chakra. Because we know that thoughts are constantly influencing emotions, and emotions is constantly influencing energy. So as you take your awareness just to the space, knowing that you are connecting with your sacral chakra, the chakra of creativity, of pleasure, So just know that you are now with that very powerful creative energy, with that emotional energy, that spontaneous energy. And if you can, and if you would like to, just take your hand and move it to your sacral chakra. And as you think of what emotions are coming to you, you can literally, if this is your sacral chakra, you just move your hand back and forth a little bit. Just as though you're feeling the pulsation, just move your hand back and forth, your sacral chakra, just to kind of get in touch with that energy. It's a very beautiful orange energy, filled with joy, with pleasure. And if those are the areas of your life that you would like to expand, that you would like to have more of, just take your awareness to that space. Let the sacral begin to open up, to flow. And very often when the sacral energy is blocked, there could be emotions of guilt or frustration that trap the emotions there, which don't let the energy flow. So just kind of affirm, I free myself of any guilt. I flow with the flow of life. I respect my choices. I accept my learnings. I'm ready to move forward, flow forward. And just feel that beautiful energy flowing. Beautiful orange energy in your sacral chakra. It continues to kind of heal and balance, allowing the energy from the earth flowing upwards. Take your awareness willingly, knowingly, consciously to your solar plexus, in the abdomen area, and hold your awareness there. And before I tell you what to think or feel, just take a few moments to experience what's coming up for you naturally as you hold your awareness in the solar plexus. This is an energy center which defines our relationship with ourselves, our personal power. Everything that I feel about myself, those labels, whether I'm good or bad, everything that I think or feel about myself comes into that space. So just hold the awareness on the solar plexus and slowly start to visualize the color yellow. And as you visualize the color yellow, begin to feel the warmth of the yellow sun rays perhaps coming in through. So just feel that yellow color beginning to flow and feel that warmth spreading through your solar plexus. And that warm energy begins to dissolve. It begins to release those judgments, those labels, those justifications that hold you back from loving yourself, from accepting yourself, from just being your authentic self. So just feel it being released layer by layer by simply holding your awareness. And in this very sacred space, which is your relationship with yourself, let your being know, let your inner child know, I am whole, I am complete. I accept myself just the way I am. And just feel that energy beginning to flow even more to a momentum that's right for you. The energy will continue to keep going as a flowing of energy starts to move upward into your heart center now. So you take your awareness to your heart center and just connect with your heart center. You can move your hand up to your heart center if you would like to, and get in touch with that beautiful energy there. And just feel that pulsation, that sensation, that connection that you have with your heart energy. This is the center of love. This is the center of compassion, of gratitude, appreciation for life, for yourself, for your body, for your relationships, experiences, learnings. So just feel the energy in the heart now, starting to flow, starting to move. Feel the heart expanding, opening up. I love myself unconditionally. I give love unconditionally. I receive love unconditionally. And just feel that energy open up even more. Now, as the energy in the heart begins to expand, slowly take your awareness Slowly take this awareness up to your throat center. This is the center of expression, of communication. You can gently move your hand as well, just to kind of emphasize that connection. And as you hold your awareness in that throat center, notice what thoughts, notice what emotions are coming up for you. Become aware of any memories that may pop up. Very often when we connect with the energy of the throat center, we sometimes connect with certain memories, experiences, choices, which we have made in the past perhaps, or are looking to make in the present. So just become aware of that. Don't engage in it, don't indulge in it. Just become aware. And if you can, try to visualize the color blue. Just feel this blue energy starting to swirl in the throat center. Feel this blue energy expanding. Feel that beautiful connection, that expression. It is easy for me to speak my truth. It is easy for me to express myself. It is easy for me to make the choices for my highest best. And just feel that throat center expand even more. Now, as the energy expands, as the energy moves further up into a beautiful momentum, take your awareness up to your third eye in the center of your forehead. And this is the center of your intuition. You can gently move your hand, if you like, to this beautiful space to further enhance the connection. And as you hold your awareness in this space, welcome your intuition, your wisdom to guide you. Welcome that inner voice to support you, to be with you. Know that you are always, always being inspired, guided, motivated. And just allow yourself to receive that, to experience that guidance that is always there for you. So hold the awareness there so that the energy can flow there and open the space up for you. It releases all those doubts, those judgments that you hold with regards to your own intuition, your self-knowing. This beautiful, beautiful indigo energy starts to flow. I trust in my knowing. I trust in my knowing. Keep repeating that in your mind to engage that energy to become stronger and stronger. I trust in my knowing. And just feel that third eye supporting you as it always does. Now slowly, slowly take the awareness from the third eye up to your crown center, the top of your head. And try to get in touch with this beautiful energy center here. This portal of receiving, of oneness, of connection, this universal source energy. And just feel yourself experiencing this flow coming through. And you choose the color or colors, white, gold. What beautiful color comes to you. And just allow it to start flowing. Sometimes you may even feel a very strong pulsing sensation at the top of your head. Just witness it, allow it. As you release resistance, that flow, that sensation, that pulsation can get stronger. And then just relax your body as the light continues to flow, so your arms can come down to your side or they can be in your heart center, wherever you prefer. And just feel that light coming down, trickling down as you receive it. You feel this light moving in through your cells, your tissues, your body, your organ. If you're facing any discomfort, any issue with any organ in your body, any muscles, take your awareness to that organ, or if there are multiple places you would like to focus on, take some time as you move from one to the other, as you bless that organ, as you trust that organ, as you allow that organ, that cell, that tissue, that muscle, that nerve, that fiber, to simply receive that light, to receive that source energy, that pranic force which is there. And that beautiful energy will flow into that space. So take a few moments here and just take your awareness to those energy paths, to those organs or tissues. And if your body is feeling absolutely wonderful, just trust the energy to flow through the cells as they know exactly where they need to go. And you hold your awareness in your heart, seeing it expand with this energy. Now, as you are holding your awareness, perhaps in your shoulder or back or knee, don't forget to bless that organ, bless that tissue, bless your skin. We are very, very often judging our body. We sometimes speak negatively about it. Perfect space right now to raise that vibration inside out. And now just feel the subtle spinning of your 7 chakras, radiating energy outward, healing you from within. Wonderful. Now, as this beautiful light is still connected with you, let's go ahead and strengthen that auric field so that this energy that you have just balanced, cleansed for yourself, remains that way and you do not get triggered and affected by the outside news, experiences, emotions, etc. So staying connected to that source energy from your heart, if you would like, you invoke the energy of the Creator, the universe, your God, angels, any supreme source of energy that you are connected to and would like to be connected to. And just feel it very, very specifically streaming down your spine now, all the way down to your feet. From the top of your head to the soles of your feet, completely connected by this pure stream of energy. And in its presence and embodiment, in your heart, in your mind, simply repeat this after me, softly in your mind. From this moment, I release any false light, any channels, people, news, content, visuals, messages, numbers, news about infection, virus, etc. Everything that's surrounding us, perhaps, which is not in the most positive space, I'm choosing now to disconnect from it, releasing it. And just feel the energy that is flowing through your spine, supporting you, detaching all these cords of attachment, releasing those energetic connections. And just feel yourself fully disconnecting from all the vibrations of the news of the virus that you may have unknowingly or knowingly picked up And just feel all your energy which has been stuck in that space coming back to you, and just release everything that is not yours, which is low vibrating, to be released. And just feel yourself disconnecting from all those news, visuals, messages, facts, numbers. Release, 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 release. And now once again, see the 7 chakras aligning, balancing, coming into more positive alignment for you. And just feel this light creating a ball all around you as your auric field is now healed, cleansed. And now you just seal this ball of light all around you in your mind's eye. Seal the ball of light. This is your shield. This is your protection. Only goodness and love can seep through. And once you envision the ball of light, slowly take your awareness from that beautiful ball of light. Bring it back to your body. Bring it back to your breath. Gently and slowly move your fingers, move your toes. And then take both your palms, rub them together. Place them on your eyes and your throat. Place them on your heart, the solar plexus, the sacral, the root. Take one deep breath and gently open your eyes into the now, bringing the stillness, the peace from within to your world outside. And just take a moment to kind of just rebalance, stretch, take a sip of water if you like, and come back into position. So that was a very simple understanding, a very basic connection with our chakras. Of course, this connection, this experience can be a lot more intense. We can spend hours only on the root chakra, only on the sacral chakra. Each one of us could have different reasons why certain areas of our life are not going right. So if you feel you have any question, feel free to post them right now. I'll be happy to take it. For all those who've registered on Zoom as well, we do have, 1 or 2 readings that we can do. So if you have a question or if you would like to say something, I can just do a quick reading for you, 1 question only. So if there is something, feel free to post it and I will be happy to read it for you right now. This is something which we're going to be learning for those who have not, joined the course. We teach you how you can as well, with a pendulum, read the energy in your own, for yourself, for those, people in your family, your friends, and very simple process to understand energy, to be able to manage it, to be able to work with it for yourself. Once you know where the blocks are, once you know where the issue is, and you have the in-depth knowledge, which you can get from the course about this energy, what are the things that block it, what are the emotions, what are the physical parts of the body, what are the things you can use to open this energy, it becomes that much more enabling for you. You are that much more empowered to be able to work with it. So I think I have a message from Munira, right? Okay, let's see, Munira. Let me just open that and see. Okay, great. What about my money block? Okay, money block is a very interesting one. Thanks, Munira. And Vivian, I see yours as well. I'm coming to that right after Munira. Okay, so money again, guys, is very much to do, money, abundance, success is all a lot to do with our root chakra. So Munira, if you work with your root chakra, you may become aware of certain beliefs you hold about money. Now, these beliefs could be very, very primitive, very basic. It could be something as a child that you may have seen or felt, oh, money is very hard to get, or I have to struggle a lot to make money, or money comes hard to me, money can make me lose my friends, etc., etc. So we don't know where it's coming from, but it's in your root chakra. Most of the time when your root chakra is not balanced and working as it should be for you, you will face issues with abundance, with money specifically, even career, and to some extent even relationships, of course, because that's at the base. So all of them kind of go together. Okay, let's see the next one. I think we had it from Vivian, which was basically rush and feel impatient. I understand, Vivian. There is this constant need to move forward. Welcome, Manira. Okay, this constant need to move forward, and perhaps somewhere you're feeling that it's not, moving for you at the pace that you would like it to move, right? It's somewhere going in that space where you would not like it to move. So we could, if you give me permission, I could do a quick read for you, and then after this is over, I could message it to you if it's anything personal. Yeah. So do you give me permission to read your energy? Lovely. Okay, so guys, this is exactly as I'm doing it right now. As you're seeing, I, with permission, can tap into the energy of my client in front of me, and then give me a few moments. Okay, so Vivian, as I do a very generic reading, and I'm not going to share anything personal, but just since we are in a group forum, what I do pick up is your energy is not flowing as well in two spaces, and that can explain why you feel impatient or why you feel in a certain way. One is I feel it in your root chakra. So the way things are at some point, wherever you are, perhaps, and it's showing, either it could be, in a relationship field or your career field, it's not what you are completely wanting right now. So the energy is kind of blocked there. You want something more. The other place I pick up an energy, again, which is not flowing as well, is in your solar plexus. So somewhere there is this, perhaps either a judgment, or perhaps you believe you can do more and are not doing it, or you keep beating yourself down about it. So something around that is happening at your solar plexus. Feel free to unmute if you want to say anything, Vivian, that's fine.
No, it was interesting to look at this. I sometimes do my own, but it doesn't come up as the first one was very accurate for my. I don't know in the long run how. Yeah, actually, I can see it.
The awareness comes after a few moments, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that always happens, guys. When we suddenly hear something, our initial reaction sometimes, even though we may be very, very willing to heal, is to protect ourselves. So we're like, no, this doesn't. But then as you just sit with it, sometimes new things kind of come up for you. Yeah. Very welcome. Okay, let's see. We can just take one or two more. We don't have much time. So thank you so much, Candice. Did you ask me something? Thank you very much. That's really kind. Okay, thank you, Manira. Okay, from Anu, I get. Okay, so Anu, very interesting, and thanks for sharing this here right now. When we feel that we get very emotional because of when we see others in pain, and you feel that you go out of your way, or people tell you that you go out of your way, a lot of 2-3 things are happening. One is that you are picking up energy a lot. So you feel someone else's pain very, very strongly within you. Okay, and because you feel someone else's pain so strongly, sometimes you even take it on. But because you take it on, you cannot be of much help to them because your energy is kind of draining. So I would definitely say that one, of course, you need to work with your root chakra to ground, and your auric field needs to be very strong so that you don't take it in. Having the best interest for another is very important. It's something which is very natural to us. compassion and oneness, but it should not kind of trigger you to kind of leak your own energy. So we must do that, but we must not leak or drain our own energy. When you say, people say, I go out of my way to help, that would also somewhere tell me that you have some sort of a feeling or a thought which could be to do with, in terms of either wanting to please or to get some sort of a validation. But I can't be sure of that. Like on a group, we can definitely discuss it, or if you are keen to kind of, you know, join and come in, that would be really nice. Welcome. Okay, Seema, I want to heal my sacral chakra. Okay, and which chakra needs healing to get emotional and thought clarity? Very nice. Again, Seema, I'll come back to you, because I will do the reading for you. I think I would definitely do it in a while. But the other question is for emotional and what was the, give me a minute. Yeah, emotional and thought clarity. So thought clarity, again, first is awareness, root chakra, very important to first be grounded. We need to understand what kind of clarity you're looking at here. And even emotional clarity, we're talking of the higher. So I would say kind of bringing your higher vibrations and your lower vibrations to some sort of an alignment would really, really help you with clarity. Try and also be a lot more connected to your intuitive self. Now, your connection with your intuitive self would also depend on how connected you are to yourself. Do you respect yourself? Do you judge yourself? Are you constantly, you know, belittling yourself? So just become aware of your relationship with yourself. And once you are aware of your relationship with yourself, it will be that much easier for you to have clarity, both at an emotional level as well as at a thought or a choice level. When I sense your energy, or if I try to read, I have not used the pendulum, but as I connect with you, I feel more of a lower and a higher energy, which kind of needs to come into balance. There is this conflict that's happening in your space between, you know, moving perhaps in a spiritual space or a different space, and with your ground reality. That's what I would say. Happy to do it later as well. Okay, then we also, somebody said, answer my question, Maitha. I don't have your question, Maitha. Okay, throat chakra affects our physical body. I experience sometimes throat pain and dryness. Yes, throat chakra is, like I said, it's such an important chakra, and if you attend my courses, you will hear me say that for every chakra, because they are actually so important. They are so important to us. So the throat chakra, like I mentioned, is about a couple of things. One is expression, communication, and making your own choices. Now, if you hold yourself back, okay, have you ever noticed, if you want to say yes but you say no, or if you wanted to say no but you say yes, you feel literally a lump in your throat. You feel your throat going dry, and you feel the energy literally going down to the soles of your feet. That's your energy leaking out of you. Okay, so your throat chakra, like I mentioned, is all about your ability to express your truth, to be able to speak your truth. And if something's hindering it, whether it's a fear, whether it's some sort of past experience, trauma, maybe it's to do with the energy around you, which is constricting you from expressing, then you will notice that the physical body is taking the symptom of this. So yes, guys, I think that is there. I think we have time for one more. Would love to get a reading. What do you feel about my chakra and the sign? We can take it offline. Sure, Anu, definitely. And yes, so we are running out of time, but I do want to share with each one of you before we go from here that be aware of your energies. I just want to recap the most important thing, that be aware where your thoughts are going, because your energy is constantly fluctuating with that. And if you have not taken the Chakra Basic and Advanced course, some of you have over here, and I hope you are still using it. Vivian, it was nice to hear you say that you do check your own, and I know Andrea's also working with it. So, you know, please do keep working with it. The more we work with it, the more we get connected with it. Okay, it's just something that you have to keep doing, and then after a point, honestly, you don't even need the pendulum. As you talk, your energy becomes so evident and you can just kind of tap into it. But to start off with, let's learn how to use the pendulum. Let's learn more about the 7 chakras. In the advance, we learn more about the body and the chakras. So there are minor chakras, thousands of them in our body, how they affect the body, how different parts of the body are experiencing the energy, what it means in our day-to-day life, and things like that. Okay, so please do join me. If there's any more question, we can take it offline. Seema, I have not forgotten your reading. I'll definitely connect with you, and I do feel that a session might be good as well. So, but do join for the course if you would like to, and we will share the details with you. And yeah, if there's any other question from your side regarding this or the workshop, we can take it. But otherwise, that's all I had to share today. I hope you enjoyed, guys. Thank you, Rima. Thank you, Vivian. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, Seema. Thank you very much, Anu. Thank you, Maya. Appreciate. Thank you, Ruba, for coming in. I didn't see you because I think the video was off. Okay. Thank you very much. And I